Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at getting into that, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Benj.
And we are back together again today, dear viewers, to bring you more poor art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm assuming whatever Isaac and Kayla drew last time was lovely.
I still can't believe you don't watch when you're not on the show.
Well, I don't watch when I am on the show either.
Well, yeah, but that's understandable, because nobody likes to hear themselves talk.
Right.
Like, hearing your own voice is like...
Yeah, but I hear you
creepy.
talk enough.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought about watching like the Kayla part, but then I was like, but Isaac's going to be on it.
You could at least see the drawings. Like, what if I refer to something from last week?
Well, then I won't know what you're talking about.
What if I'm talking about, like, the knee mascot, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah, well.
You need to experience the same horror the rest of the viewers experience.
Some people are fans of the work that they do.
Yes.
And I'm not.
Well, you didn't do any work.
Well, I'm not a fan of your work either.
You know, that's fair, because I'm not a big fan of your work to begin with.
What?
So, really?
I think I'm just surprised you watch.
I'm surprised
when you're not on it.
I'm surprised anybody watches,
Yeah.
to be completely honest with you.
That's the thing that surprises me the most, is that we have people that consider themselves our fans.
So if you're here today and you're our fan, we are surprised. But we
Yeah.
also do this. I think we do this for the fans, right?
I guess now. I mean,
Like, it
obviously,
didn't used to be.
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't expect to ever have fans.
No,
we
it
did
was-
this because we enjoy it.
Yeah, we do, and we still do enjoy it.
Yeah,
But
but
now
we
there's-
don't enjoy the final product.
Yeah, we enjoy the process, the artistic process, as all artists do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, the satisfaction of putting in a good day's work, except it's not a good day's work.
Yeah.
It's a poor day's work.
Yes. But someone has to do it.
It does. It needs to be done.
Yeah.
So here we are, and today we are going to be drawing... I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah. It's a long name.
I'm not going to get into
And
that.
you would think, oh, this must be one of the sermon titles.
Yeah, but
It's not. Not this time.
no, and we're really not going to get into that.
No.
Just know it's the title we've chosen
Yep.
for today's piece of art. You ever walk into a gallery and you see a piece of art and you're like, why is it named that?
Mhm.
You know? Because sometimes I feel like we start with the title, you know?
Right.
And that inspires the drawing. Some people, I feel like, do it the opposite, though. They must clearly start with the drawing and then give it like a freaky name at the end. I imagine most of the time they must just pick out of like a bag, because there's no way.
Like random titles afterwards.
Exactly, because there's no way what they named it.
Yeah. They like draw something and then they're like, well, if it has to have like a name that invokes meaning. So they just like pull out like random invoking words.
Invoking words, right? Which doesn't make for a good thing. Like we saw, okay, just for example, we went to the Arizona State University Art Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Like the official art museum. They have art in there from like a long time ago. And none of it's good. But they had one that was like a giant... How do I describe it? You know when people have pillows and they have like those things hanging off the edges of pillows that make them really fancy? Like the little dangly... People have them on curtains sometimes too. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Sure.
Yeah. I took a picture of it. But the name of it, there was like a giant one, right?
Mhm.
Like hanging from the ceiling in this art gallery. Like giant hanging, almost like a pull string for like your fan, but made out of fabric.
Right.
And fancy-ish. But the name of it, the name on the plaque was called Bundles Past My Butt.
What?
Yeah. This thing. You remember this thing?
Oh, yes. I remember seeing that
Bundles
thing.
Past My Butt.
Now we have to find that picture and put it on so that our fans can see it too.
Where on earth did they get that name, though? Did they just, like... See, I imagine to a degree, like some in school, your teacher's like, this has to be the name of what you make.
Right.
So they just make whatever they want, and they're like, and this is what it's called.
But no one would choose that as
No.
the title.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, how does that get into a gallery to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
Disgraceful.
I don't know. I had to give him like a sweatband because I drew the line first.
You
So
mean the art demanded he have a sweatband?
yes,
Yes.
which means his other hand will also have to have a sweatband. But I'm not ready to draw his other hand
Do
yet.
people? I mean, do you have to wear two sweatbands?
Yes,
Okay.
I mean like unless
Your guy looks quite concerned about something.
yeah, I was going for that. But see, I probably should have like thought about this before. But
No,
but
no.
I never do. So
I'm not getting into that.
yep.
Yeah.
So that's what we're that's clearly what we're drawing now is the thing he's not getting into.
See, I feel like there's a lot of topics out there in the world where people are like, I'm just not going to get into that. You know, like when celebrities are interviewed and they're like, tell us about, your next movie. And they're just like, I'm sorry, I'm not taking any questions right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting into that right now.
Right.
Like, I don't know who gives them the right to just not
To not answer.
answer, but I don't know that there's too many things I would be like, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to get into that right now.
Yeah, I don't. Well, because we don't sign like NDAs.
Yeah, see?
Because yeah, I don't think there's a topic. Like if someone came up to me and is like, I want to talk about this. Like if I have time, then I'll talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
what on earth is your guy? Is that a couch? Or some kind of butt?
I would say couch.
Okay, it's good to clarify. He's not going to get into the couch.
Yeah, so this isn't a normal couch.
Oh. Oh my gosh. You know what that reminds me of?
Nope.
It reminds me of this couch we had growing up.
Really?
No, it doesn't at all. Nobody has a couch with teeth.
Good. I was like I thought I went to your
No,
house
but what it
growing
actually
up.
reminds yeah, I know, right? This is where my third sibling went. No, but what it does remind me of, it reminds me of two things. Number one, it reminds me of the book from Harry Potter,
Oh yeah, the monster
one that they have
manual.
to take. Yeah, exactly. Where it's like a book and it has teeth and runs around.
Mm-hmm.
But it also reminds me of that creepy piano in Super Mario 64.
Oh yes, yes, the creepy piano.
If you've never played Super Mario 64, then you don't understand. But if you have played Super Mario 64, then you understand all too well that in Super Mario 64, it's not a particularly scary game, but there's one level that you go into like a creepy haunted house type thing. And there's like the Mario ghosts, the boos running around. Those aren't scary. They're endearing and cute and they like giggle.
right.
The scariest thing in any Mario game though is a piano.
Mm-hmm.
Because you walk into a room and there's just like a piano in a spot where a piano would go. And you walk up to this piano and it starts like chomping at you and it opens up and there's teeth and it's absolutely the most terrifying part of the entire Mario series.
Yeah. This is just like that.
See, now that I look at this though, I kind of wish more furniture was this exciting.
Is this exciting?
Yeah, like it doesn't have to really eat you. I don't approve of that kind of furniture. Like mimics that mimic your, like a monster that mimics your furniture.
Yeah.
But I like, how many couches have you looked at and been like, that's a cool couch?
Not too many, I must say.
I don't think I ever have.
You've never thought that's a cool couch?
Not really. I've been like, that's a weird couch. That's an ugly couch. That couch looks really uncomfortable, and I'm not sure why you'd buy it because you're supposed to sit on it and enjoy life.
Right.
There's those kind of couches, but I've never been like, that's a cool couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because they don't really cater towards the nerds in the furniture department too often.
Yeah, I think
Like nerds will get pillows from time to time. They give us pillows. They give us, like maybe a throw rug, a lamp. I've seen nerdy lamps. I know that because I own one. It's pretty cool. Star Wars lamp. Not in this room.
Oh, okay.
No. You can stop.
I was
looking at it.
I was gonna try to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, what would a nerdy couch be? Like, you could put like nerdy couch cushion. Like, you could put
Yeah.
like
See, like I have a
print.
Super Mario Bros. Mushroom pillow.
Mhm.
Like that's cool.
But
And by
like,
cool, I mean nerdy.
but the thing is, in video games, how often are characters comfortable? Like, there aren't couches in video games, so it doesn't make much sense to have like a video game themed couch.
You know,
If
that's a
there
good point.
was a couch in a video game, it'd probably be like this and try to eat you.
Yeah. See, at least it has like personality. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and eyes. I think that's what most furniture is missing. Eyes. I think it probably has something to do with the fact that nobody wants their furniture looking at them.
Mm-hmm. So this is the title, which is why I'm putting
I'm
it
not
in quotes.
going to get into that. I thought it was. I'm not getting into that. I'm not going to get into. Oh no, that works. I'm not going to. Oh,
Yeah,
he's saying that to the couch. What? Is there a dude in the mouth of the couch? Like he's in there.
yeah. You see him here, right?
Because he's not being like chewed up. Because it's a couch, right? Like the teeth are like soft and plush.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
But he's in there.
yeah, he's in there. Like this guy
Oh.
is saying
Oh,
that.
he's advocating for
Yeah,
it.
like this. It looks menacing.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But those teeth are pillows.
it's
You know, I
basically
mean,
like
it's,
crawling into the mouth of a teddy bear.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a comfortable experience. But this guy, and this is where the other arm comes in, of course,
Oh, I was wondering if that was ever going to be the case.
because he needs to be pointing.
Yeah, because he's saying what he has to indicate what in this room he's not getting into. Even though
Yeah,
it's quite obvious and he probably wouldn't be pointing. Sweatman number 2.
yeah. But I made a point about how I was going to draw his arm later, so I have to.
Yeah.
He's a left-handed pointer.
Mm-hmm. They're rare.
You know those though. Like, he's right-handed for sure,
Yeah.
but he's a left-handed pointer.
Uh-huh. No, I know the type.
Yeah.
If I point with my left hand, it's only ironically or because my right arm is in a sling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not this guy.
No, like it's his go-to move.
Mm-hmm. He's left-handed pointer.
If he sits on the couch, does it chew
Mm-hmm.
the man on the inside?
Well, I mean, again, it's like plushy and comfortable. So, like, have you ever, with a sibling, as happens, they like put a pillow on top of you and then jump on top of you,
Ah.
and it doesn't really
No,
hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Like, I mean, you have the weight, but it's not painful.
No, it's just
It would be like that.
it's kind of suffocating
Yeah.
to a degree.
Like, I mean, especially with him like facing upwards, it might like hurt his nose or something.
Yeah, he's got a big nose.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, it's basically the same experience as like using a weighted blanket.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right. But
You ever
like
have that
whole
panic-
person weight.
That moment of panic when you use a weighted blanket, it's a little too heavy.
Yeah, like the whole weight of a person.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Like
You like put it on and you're like, there's no way I can lift this
can't-
off.
Yeah, like I'm not strong enough
My-
to get out of bed.
My arms are strapped down now.
Yeah, that'd be quite a blanket.
Yeah.
Like you use like lead,
Mm-hmm.
a lead-filled blanket, but somehow comfortable.
Yeah.
What are weighted blankets filled with?
I think it's just like thicker. Like it's still just like cloth or
No,
cotton.
because we have a really thin one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Well,
And I don't know.
makes me want to go like tear it open
Yeah. Maybe
or
it's
Google it.
it must be like woven with something that is heavy and weavable.
Heavy and weavable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking it up, so you should talk.
Well, I mean, I'm basically done with my drawing.
That's why I
So-
said talk.
I'm going to
Write your name.
yeah. I'm gonna
Make
write
sure
my
you talk
name.
about it.
I'm gonna write my name and my age.
Okay, so it seems like they can be filled with a number of different things. They can be filled with micro glass beads, sand, steel beads,
Mm-hmm.
grain, like rice,
Right.
or pebbles.
But you said yours is thin.
Yeah, but it has something in it. You can feel the little
okay.
bits.
See, I thought you meant like it was like
I'll show you. We can go.
Like actually thin.
We can go cuddle after this. No, like we don't have to cuddle,
Yeah.
but we could go, and I could show you.
Yeah. I thought you meant it was like actually thin. Like it couldn't have a layer of
Like
Kevlar
it's thinner,
in between.
like it's thinner than the comforter on my bed.
Mm-hmm. I think they should make it so it has like Kevlar between. That way, it's heavier, but also if somebody shoots you while you're asleep, you're protected.
Yeah, it's true. Most vulnerable time.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if you do, you have to wear it like over your head?
Full cover, of course.
It'll be like one of those like face masks, like that people in movies wear to bed. You know?
Yeah, but I don't think a bulletproof face mask would work too well.
Probably do something.
Yeah, maybe something.
Like bulletproof face Kevlar.
Mhm.
Like it would break every bone in your face, but
Yeah, like that one episode of Lois and Clark where Clark Kent wears a bulletproof wig.
of course, just like that. Except he's actually bulletproof.
Yeah,
He
was.
lied.
That was a lie.
That was a lie.
That was a lie.
Which is rare for Superman.
Yeah,
You know,
but I mean, he does to keep his identity.
yeah, I mean, there's one thing he's dishonest about,
Yeah.
and really, it's everyone else's fault for not guessing.
Yeah, I mean, when he's saying things like that,
Yeah,
he's kind of giving it away. He's practically begging her to know.
I would get into that couch. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but he's not going to get into it.
If you're maybe he's claustrophobic. You know,
Maybe.
maybe he's scared of the mouth of beasts. Maybe
Yeah.
he's had a bad experience.
Yeah, the last couch he got into.
Yeah, like
But also, to be honest, like if there's a guy
yeah.
already in the couch,
See,
and he's like if you had a couch like this and you're in it, and you're like, hey, come get in this couch
if
with me,
I truly thought,
I would say no.
if I truly thought, yeah, I mean, okay, that makes sense. But if I truly thought this couch was alive, you know, and like was going to eat me,
Yeah.
I would think the guy you know how like some like fish, like they stick out their tongue and they make it look like
Right.
a worm or
Yeah.
something that like lures
Like
you
in the
in.
SpongeBob movie.
It's exactly what I'm thinking of.
The
That's a
granny selling ice cream.
Yeah, yeah. Like the tongue is like a fake thing that lures you in. I would just assume that's like his tongue. His
Yeah.
tongue is just like a.
It looks like a guy
dude. And it's
that's
like-
comfortable.
It's like, come on in.
It's so comfy.
It's like sloshy.
Look at
and-
me,
Yeah,
comfortable.
it's like made of tongue material,
Mhm.
but it looks kind of vaguely like a dude.
Yep.
Yeah, there'd be no way. But also, would the couch be able to move, or is it just like a Venus flytrap? Like it just waits.
Yeah. Well, it relies on its comfortability.
Yeah.
To
See-
get people.
The other thing is, and maybe you already said this, but if there was already a man in there and he was like, come in, I would be
Yeah.
like, maybe if you get out, but I'm not climbing in there with you.
Right.
You know, like there's not that much room and we're not that good of friends. Like,
Mhm.
like I would climb in with you, but I don't think you'd climb in with me,
Right.
which I think shows that I'm the better friend.
I don't think so.
I think there's something
I think
there.
it shows you're the weirder friend.
I think, well, see, I'd climb in with more than you. Like, there's a few people on my list that I would crawl into the mouth of a couch with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody on my list.
Something to contemplate as we switch over to my drawing. Who would you climb into the mouth of a couch with?
Yep.
If it's one of us, then you better know us real well, because I'm not just climbing in.
Well, unless it's Isaac, you could.
Well, I mean,
He'll just still climb in with anyone.
like, there's
You
no
say
one.
you say you're a fan. He's in there.
There are some fans of the show I would cuddle. There are some fans of the show. You know, if I keep talking, it's just going to get weird. You know who you are. You know who I'd cuddle.
The fan.
Yeah. It gives hope to all the fans, really, because now they're like, oh, it might be me. Maybe I'm a big enough fan. But in reality, you know who you are. Just keeping the dream alive. Yeah. If this is your dream, by the way, please get a new dream.
I had to save it, but the title was too long.
Yeah, we
So
didn't want to be here all afternoon.
So I shortened the title for the saving of it.
Thank you for that.
Otherwise, they would just be watching that screen for hours.
You know how long it takes to type a sentence with one hand reaching across the studio?
Yeah, we should really have a keyboard right here.
Yeah, we tried that once, and then for some reason,
It must have not worked
I
well.
don't know what happened.
I think didn't when we plugged it in, it like crashed everything.
That did happen. We had to restart the computer because we plugged in a keyboard. I think it was the two keyboards getting upset with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like, oh, I get full
replaced.
control.
Yeah, it's like crash everything. I'm trying to get down the ship with us both on it, and that's what happened. So we unplugged it, and
and now we don't. Now we just have one keyboard.
Yeah, now you can hear. Sometimes you can hear the current keyboard snickering at the keyboard that's in the drawer. It's like, I won. And the other one you can hear in the like it has to be late at night on a very particularly lonely night. You can hear it like whimpering.
Do you like hear it like talking, or is it like typing out like star whimper star? And you just like hear it typing.
It's a weird mixture of it's like it's used the keys to communicate verbally.
Oh, okay.
It pushes its own keys in such a way that it sounds like crying.
Oh, okay. You don't have to like watch it, type it out.
That would be quite haunted looking if my keyboard started typing.
It communicates to you
but
by it depressing the keys.
It's crying using it's disturbing either way. I don't recommend.
Yeah, don't buy the sentient keyboards. we don't recommend them.
Oh, would you look at that? I brought
you brought it back.
That was cool.
How unfortunate for everyone.
I know, right? I just had to see that again. What am I going to draw, Ben?
That's a good question. There's many ways to take it. I took it too literally.
See, I also took it. Like my mind was very literal.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
So like, here's
this saying is more commonly than not taken non-literally. Is this like a skateboard ramp?
Nope.
A ski ramp?
That's what they call a boat.
Oh, like a canoe.
Yeah, it's it's not meant to be a canoe, but I think it has to be now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Real long legs sticking out of that canoe.
Yeah, it's not a canoe. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but
but it's not a canoe. And
no,
that's
I almost
not
feel like I need to
someone's
just
cracked leg.
It almost looks like a straw. Like if
does.
you're drinking out of like
Like
a
a
bowl.
giant cracked straw.
Yeah. But it's not. It's a boat.
Yeah, but what's that part?
Well, you see.
Okay.
But it's possible I will be able to communicate properly. I almost feel like I need to continue the boat, though. It's not like a deep enough boat. Like, it doesn't make any... Yeah, quality boats.
Yeah.
It is run ashore many a time.
I mean, technically, it doesn't have to be flat on the bottom.
I'll add some barnacles for...
Is this in the water right now?
It is currently afloat.
What part? Where's the water level?
You know, here or here. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out together, won't we? After I add the proper number and placement of barnacles.
Oh. You're not done with those yet.
I watched a guy for you ever get on Instagram and you start scrolling or something and you just get into the reels and TikToks and you're like, what am I even watching? And how long? I've been watching this for like 6 hours or something. And I was watching a video the other day of a dude who takes like lobsters out of the ocean.
Right.
I guess he's a lobster fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a real bad job of it because he would find lobsters that had barnacles on them,
Right.
and he would just like scrape the barnacle off
Mm-hmm.
and then toss it back in the ocean.
Interesting.
I guess they're not good to eat if they got barnacles. I don't know. It was like one of those like satisfying videos, you know? 'Cause
Yeah,
was,
but like that sounds very unsatisfying.
it was like I have a weird thing where it's like it's a weird level of gross,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow that's satisfying.
Yeah, some people seem to like that. I do not.
Yeah,
Like-
I really don't either. Is the thing.
Like those types of things gross me out very much.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't even know how I got looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like I didn't quite understand barnacles until I watched that video. It's like,
Right.
oh, they're like little crustacean. But then I'm always so confused on how barnacles get on things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like they can't move.
Yeah.
They just like stick to stuff. But how do they they stick to whales?
Mhm.
Like a whale's big, and I know it's kind of slow.
Well, and they stick to like boats too.
Yeah. And like everything that touches, like everything that the water touches, barnacles seem to like latch onto.
I know Arizona has a pretty annoying problem because like pretty much all the barnacles that exist here are from different places. So there's like different species of barnacles that aren't supposed to be together.
What do you mean? Do we
And they
have
have,
barnacles in Arizona?
Well, like in our lakes, because people will bring their boats and put them in, and
I
they'll
thought
have
they only appeared in
barnacles,
salt water.
and they'll have barnacles on them.
Really? Oh, so they're like,
Like they're not supposed to be there.
oh, they've like transferred from the
And
Pacific.
and there's like no like predators. You know, there's like nothing that eats them here because they're not supposed to be here. So there's like, I've heard boat people complain about it.
Boat people. Boat people are just wimps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who owns a boat in Arizona? In the desert, you know? There's like one lake within driving distance of the desert.
There's 3 lakes
Okay,
within
but,
driving
like,
distance
okay,
from us.
fine. Like, barely.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you buy a boat here? Like,
I mean,
if you
I
want to
don't-
have a
I
boat,
don't have a boat.
go to any of the states. Like, go to Minnesota, land of 10 million lakes.
But some of the boats here are people that do live in those states, and they just come here and they're still boat people. Can't change. Once you're a boat person, you're always a boat person. And you come to Arizona to retire. You're like, well, I got this boat. I'm a boat person.
Yes, but
Not food.
yeah.
Well, at least it's clear what
Yeah.
it.
This is like one of them shark cages.
Yeah.
You know? It's definitely not just like a big tin can.
See, the thing here is that the scary part is not the sharks at this point. The scary part is the fact that will drop you and you will be stuck at the bottom of the ocean in a metal box and you will drown.
That's half of the scariness of sharks. I think is the. You know, like you ever go on a boat and you're like, I know sharks probably aren't going to get me. If I fall in, I'm going to get eaten by a shark, though. You know, like you might not be alive. Like if your boat sinks,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting eaten by a shark.
I don't
You know?
think that's how it works.
I think it is. I think
Like,
sharks
in
eat
this-
everyone that fall off a
In
boat.
this situation, I would rather jump in the water not in that.
What?
Because most likely the sharks would do nothing.
See, I'm the kind of
But will drown me.
I'm the kind of person that I get. You've never been to SeaWorld, I don't think.
I've been there a couple times.
Oh, have you? Like recently?
It depends on which.
Either way, it hasn't changed. There's a spot in the shark encounter
Mm-hmm.
that's like, you know, you go like down underneath
Mm-hmm.
and then you go through a tube where there's sharks. That part doesn't
Right.
scare me. Like all aquariums kind of give me the heebie-jeebies because I'm like, what if it cracks? Because that happens every once in a while.
I don't think that's ever happened.
It definitely has. I've read about it.
I don't know where you're reading, but
We'll look it up later. I can prove it. But there's the part where you're like, There's like a good size wall. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like past your waist wall with glass on the top, and you
Right.
can like look out at the water, and you can
Mm-hmm.
see where all the there's sharks in it. You like see the fins, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not like you'd have to try to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could if you wanted to at SeaWorld. Like you
Right.
could jump in the shark encounter. I'm
Yeah.
amazed more crazy people don't.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
But
always
they
that
keep their
like
sharks well fed, so
yeah,
it doesn't
but
really
that's
matter
not
if you
how
do
sharks
jump
work.
in.
No. The point is, every time I walk by it at SeaWorld, there's like a part of me that's like, what if I trip horribly and
Mm-hmm.
fall in there?
Yeah.
And like it frightens me a bit to be that close to water that I know there's sharks in.
Right. But like if you did fall in, you would just get out.
I would die of a heart attack well before they fished
Then
me out.
someone else would get you out.
No,
And
like
then they
this conversation makes me like cringe, physically hurt just thinking about it.
if someone asked me to swim with sharks, I would probably do it.
I 100% would not.
Like I don't like swimming, so it'd be like, why am I even somewhere where that's a choice? But
But
I would swim with sharks.
No,
Like I would
mean-
like if you were like, "Hey Ben, do you want to go for a swim in this regular pool?" I'd say no. If you said, "Hey Ben, do you want to go swim with sharks?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds worth
you're
it."
insane. Like, let's just point that out.
But
Insane.
if you're gonna swim with sharks, you feed them first,
No.
and then they don't eat you.
Sharks are always hungry.
No,
Yes.
it's not how
They're
sharks
always hungry for humans.
work. They're never hungry for
I
humans.
think they are.
They don't even like humans.
Oh, tell that to the multiple times they eat people every year.
They almost always spit it out.
Doesn't matter.
Like they'll like bite off the leg, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, gross," and spit it out.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
So I mean, you might not get the leg back.
Of course you're not getting the leg back.
Now dolphins. I wouldn't swim with dolphins
Well, of course not. Nobody likes dolphins.
because I hear they like to bully people.
Dolphins are the bullies of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like I don't know why he has a unicorn one.
He's probably a streamer,
Yeah.
streaming his extremely safe exploit.
Oh, that's a really thin arm on this diving suit. This one will be better.
Is this the guy that owns this boat?
No.
Why'd you do that one different?
It's a discount diving suit.
I think everything's discounted here.
You might be right.
Those probably aren't even sharks in the water.
What does that mean?
He bought fake discount sharks.
It's like where the suit hooks up. I don't know what's going on over here. I can't even tell which direction he's facing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out.
We're gonna go with
He
it.
doesn't even have thumbs. And one of his hands has 3 fingers and the other has
The other
4.
one's tucked in. It's tucked.
But neither of them have thumbs.
It's... You've seen our drawings. Why are you surprised by this?
Well, I mean, normally we make one finger different. So you could think, hey, maybe that's the thumb.
Would you like me to add one?
No.
That's what I thought. Anyway, you know the type. I really don't think he'd fit in this cage now that I look at it.
Dude, it's the worst cage. You just like stuff yourself. There's not even a way to get into that cage. Like the cage lifted all the way up could not go onto the boat for you to get into it.
You don't get in shark cages in the boat. They like put them halfway in the water and you climb down into them.
Okay, well you can't do that with that either.
It's a perspective thing. Maybe it's bigger than it looks. It's hanging it way off the side.
It also can't get halfway, like it can't get close to the boat either.
I don't know. The title is I'm not getting into that.
Yes. I agree with this one entirely. So who owns this boat?
There's a dude off to the side here.
Mm-hmm. So I think this is like a streamer. That's the unicorn. That's why he has the unicorn horn.
You mean like he
Like
streams
a
on
like
Twitch?
he's like a yeah, he's one of those like vlogger streamers. And he's just like, I'm gonna go, swim with sharks. But he's real poor. He has like one follower. And he comes and hires this guy. And it's all a scam.
Yeah, I mean, clearly this is like they got like a Groupon.
The cheapest
Yeah.
thing ever.
Yeah, like the fact that he brought this diving suit with him shows me he's not like he just like eBayed diving suit. Like,
Which got
yeah,
the one.
like this is what his fans demand.
Mm-hmm.
Like
One fan.
one fan made it for him. Yeah, but he's like, nope, why not? I'm not getting into that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mean like I'm not getting into the cage. I'm mean, like I'm not getting into my reason for not getting into the cage.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But
It's not what you think.
all boats need a name.
Yep. What name is this?
Shark bait. Ooh.
Yep. Makes sense.
Uh huh. The normal boat name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Especially for a sharking boat.
a sharking boat. What's the title of this drawing? I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have to write so much.
I mean, you could probably shorten it if you wanted to.
Nope. That's not how art works. Not going to get. Oh no. Into that. By Isaac, age 31.
Mm-hmm. Gotta put name and age.
My drawing scares me.
This is actually, I would say, one of your better drawings.
Yeah, like you made fun of the boat with the straw. Which that part might be the weakest, but
mm-hmm. That and the fingers.
I think the barnacles really bring it all together. Yeah, don't look at the hands.
It's a little bit weird that the water level is like, because since the boat is uneven, the bottom of the boat looks like where the water is, and then there's like waves that are farther away, so it kind of gives it perspective.
Yeah, it was,
but it's like weirder,
unintentional.
It's like it looks different than you would think, but it also gives it perspective.
True. That's how it worked out. I'd love to say it was on purpose.
Yep.
So I will. It was on purpose.
Well, good job.
Thanks. That's something we rarely hear.
It makes it so that the unevenness of the boat like makes sense.
Yeah. That's not just the bottom of the boat. It's the water level.
Yeah.
That's uneven.
Yeah, you can't see under the water clearly, or else you'd see the sharks also.
Uh-huh. Which you're arguing aren't even real. On this budget shark expedition. It's just like
you just got fake
the boat owner
is sued if this were a shark. For people that.
I mean, I imagine this is how most shark cages are. You ever see those videos online of people that go into shark cages and then the shark like jumps through the top and is like in there with them?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and doesn't eat them.
Well, no, because it's freaking out because it's in a shark cage, but like it's trying to eat them. Its mouth is just the shark's mouth is just wide open and chomping at everything that moves. Like they don't even know what they're tasting. They just eat and bite and swallow.
That's
Sometimes
not,
they spit it out just so they can take another bite of something quicker.
that's not how sharks
I
are.
think sharks are the most horrifying thing.
More people die from vending machines
Yeah, but you know what?
than sharks.
They have a more peaceful death.
Do they?
They do. It's just
I think it depends on how
it's
you
just a
die.
bam, you're crushed and it's over.
That's not the only way you can die from
I
a
think
vending
most
machine.
people is like their head is just in the wrong place at the wrong time as a vending machine is like falling off a skyscraper.
I think it's skyscraper. I think it's because they're like trying to get snacks out. They like get into the vending machine and get stuck,
Oh yeah, that's probably
and
it.
then just like, you know,
I'm just saying. I've read
days later when they run out of food from in the vending machine,
That's quite horrifying. Let's hope that's not
they're
happening.
wondering why no one's walked by this public area in so long.
I see people say that about vending machines, but you've never seen a news story about someone getting killed by a vending machine.
I've never
It's
seen a
just
news
like-
story about someone being killed by a shark.
I'll send you some.
I'll find some about vending machines.
Well, yeah, if you find them, like if you
Well,
search
you
them
have
up.
to search for.
You can't believe
shark
everything on the
attacks.
internet, just what I send you.
You had to search for the shark attack ones
No,
too.
it's just like you just look up local
Look-
daily news.
In
Arizona. Down
That's
there.
happening in Arizona.
Yeah. We have an aquarium. You know people fall it in every week.
I don't even think we have sharks in the aquarium.
Yes, we do.
There's like they have like the video that shows
Oh,
sharks.
there are sharks. I've seen them
Okay.
and been frightened.
Okay.
Because you have that's the one where you're like, I know this glass is probably not gonna break, but if it does, I'm gonna be, hugging a shark from the inside.
I don't think so. I think on land you have a quite advantage over sharks.
No, there's the whole fear factor of you're
Like
already
you'll just like go into its mouth. You'll just be like sitting there and you're like, I'm so scared, crawling in.
that would be horrible. So horrible. Just like our drawings.
Like you've never not lived in Arizona.
Yeah, it's true.
How can you be afraid of sharks?
Because I've been places and I've seen things. It's just, you watch movies. You like hear about the Titanic, and there was like people who probably got eaten by sharks.
There
On that.
weren't even. I mean, I've never watched Titanic,
Arctic
but I'm
ice
assuming
sharks.
there were no sharks
Arctic sharks.
in that movie.
There are sharks. There are. You go read the testimonies of the survivors. They're like, there was lots of people floating, and then there were none. Sharks. You know?
No.
We could hear them crunching on them like snow cones. That's that's an actual quote.
It's not.
They have snow cones back in the 20s? Probably not. They had sharks, though.
Who crunches on a snow cone?
I'm not
Like,
getting it.
why was that even a thing you came up with?
I'm not going to get into that right now. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.